Hi, thanks for joining me. It's Angela here from Fragile Vintage, and I thought we could do a wee craft video. So since my last one was a haul, let's do some crafting. So I have these wooden handles. I've had them in my stash for a while. I bought them on eBay as a job lot, and I think I've got like 20 of them. I had no idea what I was going to do with them when I bought them, and I've just recently watched a video on Julie's Designs and Signs, where she repurposed some old spindles. So she's turned them into carrots, and we're going to do the same with our old tool handles. Again, they're wood, so I love them, and I think they must be at least 50 years old, surely, to goodness. Imagine the things that these might have made and the jobs they've done. So let's get started. First of all, I'm just going to give them a wipe. I'm not that fussed about them being clean. I just want to remove all the dirt and things because I'm going to paint them. So we just need to make sure the paint's going to stick. So that's just a quick wipe. It's quite convenient because they've got the holes where the actual tool was, and we're going to need that later on. So that works out for us. Otherwise, we would have had to drill a little hole in it, but we don't have to do that. So that's great. I've mixed up this paint, this acrylic paint, and it's just, I really struggled, if I'm honest, to find the right colour of orange, but it's basically bright orange, a little bit brown and some grey, and I wanted kind of a muted tone, so basically we're just going to paint them. I'm not that fussy about how nice it is because I'm going to kind of distress them anyway, so they don't have to be perfect. I'm just going to paint them all over. I guess if you wanted to make them orange, that would be okay. And I think if you didn't have these bits of wood and you had spindles like Julie, they look great as well. And if you've never watched any of her tutorial videos, oh, she's great. She makes the most amazing things. So you go over to her Facebook page and have a look. Julie's Designs and Signs. She is so inspirational. So just going to paint them. I don't need to show you how I paint the other ones. We do have to dry the ones that I painted earlier so that we can work with them. So these ones are just the same thing, but I painted them earlier. So they're a bit dry. See how they're, they're not perfect. They've got little bits of paint missing, but they are wet, so we have to dry them. So let's give them a dry. If you've got a heat gun, like a heat gun that you would use for embossing, you could use that to dry them. Otherwise you could paint them and leave them overnight and then work on them in the morning. I'm far too impatient for that. I have no patience, which is why I always have like 100 projects started and loads of stuff on the go, but hey, that's how I roll, so that's fine. Now, I thought we'll sand them. I want to rough them up a wee bit. I mean, this isn't ideal because they're not as dry as they should be, but it's just to give you an idea. So I'm just going to kind of distress them a little bit. That paint's a bit wet there, but again, it's okay, I don't mind. Get some of that wood shown through, because what's the point of having all that beautiful wood if you're not going to see at least some of it? And they're not exactly carrot shaped, but carrots are not perfect, hey? Like maybe if you buy them in Tesco's, but if you grow them in the house, not in the house, in the garden, then they're never going to be the perfect carrot shape. So our carrots will be more rustic. That's alright, I can live for that. So I'm not going to take too much off. I just want to get some of that wood shown through and kind of want a muted, dirty carrot look. And I think that's alright. I'll give it another wipe just to make sure I get all the dust off. So the light in here is not great, guys. I'm sorry, I'm working in my kitchen and the bulbs are kind of slightly yellow, so hopefully you can see that. So I'm going to sell these because I have 20, so I think what I've decided is I'm going to sell them in bundles of 3. So I thought these look really cute if we kind of get a little bit of jute twine, tie them together. They look adorable, and a little wooden plate, stack of books, a basket with a rabbit. I think I've got a rabbit. Should have done that, shouldn't I? I should have got like a little stage thing ready for when we were finished, but I'm not that organised. I don't know if any of you know, I'm a mother of 3 and I work full time. I like to charity shop on my days off. I've also got to do all the boring stuff, like shopping for food. Oh my god, how boring is shopping for food. And then of course obviously the things I sell I have to post, so I'll spend one of my days off just packaging and posting stuff out. So here we go. I think they look pretty good. This one's a little bit more paint's come off because I haven't dried it properly, but it's really just to show you. I mean, you could take more time doing this. So we've got our little bundle of 3 and I think they're going to be so adorable. I hope they're going to be as nice as Julie's, but we'll find out. So here's what I couldn't decide. Do we want to go shabby chic and do white wax, or do we want to do vintage and do dark wax? So for the purpose of this video, we'll do both and we'll see what we like best. So this is Rust-Oleum Furniture Finishing Wax in Dark, and this big tin, I can't remember exactly, but I got it in B&Q. I think it cost me like maybe 12 or 13 pounds, which is really good because I've used it loads and look how much is still left. You only need a little drop, so I'm using a round brush. Don't really think it matters what brush you use, but I found these on eBay and I absolutely love them, so that's what I use. So we're just gonna brush a light coat on. I think maybe the dark wax will be pretty good because it's gonna look more like mud, isn't it? Guess we'll find out. I mean, I suppose if you could just keep adding and adding and adding as well, like to get it as dark as you wanted it. I've done that before where, I don't know if any of you saw the video where I did my first shopping haul and I bought the candlesticks, the big massive ones, and one of them was different from the other, so I managed to get all the wax off, which is what I said I was going to do, and then the one that was lighter, I put a dark coat of wax on, but then I actually put a dark coat of wax on both of them, and then what I did was I went back and put a second coat of dark on it, the one that was lighter, and they look much better now. They are listed on Vinted and Fragile Vintage. So here is the wax getting buffed off, so I'm just gonna, I would leave that longer normally, just let it take a little while longer. So this is what it looks like now. Again, the light's rubbish, I'm so sorry. I'll try and purchase a light if I make more videos. I'll see if you can see the difference between the two. I don't know, tell me what you think, if you can see the difference. So that one that we've polished off, I'm just going to give it another really good polish, and then we'll go over the top in white wax and we'll see. I think the white will be more like a shabby chic look. So let's do that now and we'll see what we like best. And then turn that over so I don't get the wax. And this will lightly rub this off. I want to leave quite a bit of it on. Oh, that's pretty as well, I like that. I think it's hard for you guys to see, but I think I prefer the dark wax. I don't hate the white, but I prefer the dark. So that's kind of the basis for it. That wax is going to give it a good seal. Your paint's not going to come off now, so you wouldn't need to varnish them or anything. So the next thing we need to do is we need to put our green bits in. So this is a spray of Fern that I got this in Dunelm today, and it was £4 for this big sprig, which I think is like, I think that's quite good value for money. I mean, that's that, you know, that's quite a lot of greenery, and if you guys buy artificial greenery, you know it's getting more expensive all the time. They did have another one that I thought was more carrot-like, but it was smaller and more expensive. I think it was like £12, and I probably would have only got like 6 carrots out of them or something. So these ones I like also because they've got a bit of stiffness to them. They're going to stand out, you know, when you lie them on your tray, they'll not just be lying all floppy. So that was kind of the reason I ended up deciding to get them. So we'll cut some of these off. I don't know how much carrots I've got. There's some that I cut before. So I want them to be about that long, and then maybe just like a tiny bit at the front. And again, like, just making this up as I go along. Obviously Julie's Designs and Signs, her video, I'm sort of not making it up in the sense of I've seen it done before, but our tools are different. I think that's the thing I love about crafting is, you know, you can get ideas from people, but they don't, you just work with what you've got. So let's see, this one's got a fairly decent sized hole, so I think we'll use this one first. I need to turn hot glue on. I only have one socket down here, which is not ideal, but I keep forgetting to get an adapter for it. If anybody is watching that does crafts, let me know what kind of crafts you do, what got you into crafts, and do you sell your crafts? Who do you watch? Who inspires you on Facebook or oh my god, I can't talk. Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. I've got a TikTok account, but I don't really use it. I have to say I'm old school and like to just scroll through Facebook. And I think the more videos that you watch that are like of a theme, so crafting, the more of those you watch, the more they throw up in your newsfeed. So I think my favourite people to watch are Hammond's Nest, Julie's Designs and Signs, Crazy Lamp Lady doesn't craft but she buys and flips for a profit, and who else? The Crafty Guys. They do a lot of live stuff. Really nice. I would say, like, they do a lot of signs. Love it. I don't know who else. You let me know who you follow. So I think we're going to use our hot glue gun. This is Parkside from Lidl's. It's pretty good actually. I think it only cost me, oh, I'd be lying if I said exactly, but it was about, it's less than 20. And it comes with the holder. You can have it cordless, or you can plug it into the base and charge it from there, or you can plug the wire straight into your glue gun. So it's pretty versatile. It's a wee bit chunky. It does have the stand, which I like, because I've always just used really small cheap glue guns, and they stick to everything because they don't, like, they have these tiny little wire stands. You've all used one, so you know what I'm talking about, but this is great. It actually stands up when you put it down on the table. So let's put some greenery in our carrot tops now. So I'm just going to fill that with hot glue. It's got a stand and she lies on her side. Not perfect, far from it. So I did measure these ones before, the kind of size that I wanted them, and I thought it would look fuller if I had, so one of them kind of sticks that way, and I quite like that about it. So oh, that didn't work actually. Let's just take that out. Maybe I'll have to put them in all together. That's what I'm talking about, just make it up as we go along. So let's see. It's quite a big hole, so I think the hole is big enough. Let's do that. Put some glue on the end of it and see if we can get them all together. Oh, that's better. I think that worked better. It's coming along. Does it look like a carrot? I think that, like, just massively elevates it. Now I think you wouldn't not know what that was, surely. Oh, I just love it. Right. Do we need a shorter bit at the front? Let's have a look. Oh, I think Do we? Yeah, let's go for it, because carrots are pretty bushy. Yeah, they have like loads of green stuff at the top, so I see, yeah, I see, let's go for it. Let's stick another bit in. Oh, I love it. Oh, didn't work, did it? I think it's because I didn't put it in at the same time as the other ones, but not to worry. Right, okay, so I don't think this is bad. This is where the, obviously the metal bit that held, so some of them have this metal bit and some of them don't. I don't think it's bad, but I just thought it might be quite nice if we wrapped a bit of twine around it. So I've got this twine, it's really thick. I didn't have any of the thin stuff, but that's okay because it'll work just the same. I'm just gonna glue a bit at the back. I come all the way around. I'm kind of unraveling it as I go so that it lies a bit flatter, just because it's the thicker jute twine. I got this jute twine in the Works. If you love the Works, you can't go in there just for, you're going to come out with more than you just like going to Tesco's for a pint of milk. I'm just going to go in, get some white paint. No, you're not, you're lying. You're going to go in and spend 20 quid. But at least they have a loyalty card, and I've got like £5 or £6 sitting on my loyalty card right now, which I think is like fairly decent because their prices are much more competitive than like Hobbycraft. I think their prices are really good. They do your glue sticks and things, but I feel like it needs a bit more. Like, do you think I need to go higher up? Yes, no, let me know. I'm going to add another bit and just see what I think. I think it probably needs to go up onto the top of that just to cover, so like, you know, to narrow it so it comes like almost to, not a point, but more kind of cone shaped at the top. Oh yeah, I think that works. I think it works better. I think it just gives it a better finished look. So I will say, guys, that if I was on my own, I would probably be taking longer, but I don't want to bore you. So there's one little carrot. So we'll have to do the other ones. And we can tie them in a little bundle. So let's get some more green. So how long did we want that? I want it about this long. We have 3, so let's go for 3 again. I think I quite like that it's not just straight, you know, they've got that wispy bit, and we're just going to pluck off a couple of leaves off the bottom just so that we've got room to put it in. And we don't want the stems to be too thick because all 3 of these stems have to go in that little hole. So the stalk at the end, I'm just going to try and slim that down a bit so that we can get all 3 stems in at the same time. Oh, it's not that easy, but well, maybe if we go this way, that's better. So where are you from? If you're watching this video, where are you from? Let me know. I don't have any followers on YouTube because I've just started posting videos. I've got a Facebook page, Fragile Vintage, and that I called it that because I love glass, I love pottery, which is fragile, and I love all things vintage, so that was kind of how I came up with that name. I've never done videos before yesterday was my first one. So if you like it, share it, spread the love, I'd appreciate it. This one's got kind of like a longer slit in it, so I wonder if this will work better for us because the last one we couldn't get all in the same hole. Oh, that looks like it's going to work a wee bit better actually. Let's turn this one this way. There. It's a bit skewy for that one. Maybe we should turn that one the other way. I'm going to try that. I think maybe it's a bit too long actually. Let's shorten it. Trial and error, guys. what's it my daughter used to say, they say to her in primary school? A fail is first attempt in learning. There's no such thing as fail, it's just your first attempt in learning. Didn't work for you, you try again. Oh, I need some string. Let's, just look at these guys, they're so cute. I just feel like I'm waffling because I don't want you to get bored, but then you're probably getting bored when I'm waffling, so sorry. But even in real life, I waffle, talk all the time. Just random stuff. Tomorrow is Monday, so we spent the day getting ready for school tomorrow, getting all the washing done, pack lunches. We had a nice Sunday dinner today actually. My son is 24, he's moved out, so he's a proper grown up now. And he came for dinner, so that was nice. We don't often get to have dinner, all three of us together, so that was really nice. So what day is it where you are, and what are you doing? What did you do today, and what are you doing tomorrow? And tell me about yourself, because I think one of the things about creating the YouTube channel for me was that I'd actually just like to get to know people, and I don't really want this to be my channel. I want it to be our channel, and I would like to see people sharing and encouraging each other and giving each other ideas, and let's be a wee community. Let's be friends. Like, you can't have enough friends, right? And life's tough, especially when you're a grown up. So yeah, let's make life easier for people if we can. Let's be friends, let's craft together, let's share ideas. If there's anything you want to know, then I'm more than happy to tell you. I think as time goes on, you guys might share like your favourite products, like your brands of paint or your paintbrushes, or, you know, let's be a wee community. I love it. I feel like I've lost a carrot. Where was the third one we did with the wax? Oh, here it is. Found it. Oh, this one's not really wide enough, probably. I'm gonna have to widen the hole in this bit. You see the hole in that? It's really small. I don't know if you can see it. You see it? It's really tiny. So let's see if it works by poking it with a screwdriver, because that's how professional I am. We just randomly figure it out. I have no patience, by the way, none whatsoever. So if there's a quick way or a proper way, I'm almost always going to go for the quick way. My bad. Which actually, I'm sure you'll know, not really the case, is it? Because 90% of the time the quick ways, not really the quick way, because you have to then undo all the things you did wrong and start over. Right, oh, last one. Can't wait to put the three in a wee bundle together and see what they look like. Oh, I guess you could make them bushier. I don't know that I want to though, but I think when they're all together they'll look nice. Now here's the next choice. Was I had this kind of raffia, which I thought was really nice. It's more of a, I don't know, like a cocoa mud colour. So we've got this. I have this twine here, which I don't know, it's not as flexible. It's kind of like a wired twine. So again, it's nice, the colour's nice, but, and then of course I could just use string, but I think I'm going to try this. Let's try this and we'll see. Like, you know, to work with what you've got. Alright. Oh. You ready? You try. Put a wee bit of glue in this again because it's just not quite right. I'm just going to finish the top of this one off. I really do think the rope on the top just, I know it's, carrots don't have ropes on top, but it's just a wee finish, eh? You don't think that looks quite nice? Let's do it. Let's do it, guys. Last one. So excited. Right. hot glue gun. How many of you have burnt yourself with a hot glue gun? I think all of me and my friends have done that. All of us. I don't think there's one of us that hasn't. And I bought finger protectors. Yeah, there. Even when I bring them out to use them, I don't know. I feel like they're a little bit cumbersome, and I end up like not using them. I prefer just doing it, and you get used to it. Not great advertisement, I suppose, but you get used to burning your fingers, don't you think? I don't know if I've got any fingerprints left. Is that not like a crafter's problem? Like, I read a post on Facebook that was really funny, and it said something like, if you like crafting, if you're married to somebody who likes crafting, you'll either come home to a house that's beautiful and clean, or you'll come home to a house that looks like it's been robbed. Yeah, mine looks like that most days because you come into my kitchen. We have got a conservatory that I keep all my craft stuff. So I never craft in there. I bring it straight to the kitchen table. I get lonely. I want to be on my own. And also, it rains in there in the conservatory. It's been such a long time that we've been getting it fixed, and we've never done it yet. But you know, life takes over. It's busy. So yeah, I go into the conservatory, I grab what I need, and I bring it all through here, and I do my crafting in the kitchen. And then I just seem to spend an awful lot of time moving it from the bunker to the table, from the bunker to sit down and have our dinner, and then I'll move it again. And there you go. There is my little bunch of carrots. So again, I think I paid £10 for, I'm sure it was about £10 by the time I paid for postage for 20 of these handles. So if you ever see these handles in charity shops or junk shops, pick them up. And then, yeah, just look at, oh actually, look there, conveniently have this little basket. Don't you think that's going to be adorable on your console table in the hall when you walk in, and people go, oh, that's so cute.